Hi there, welcome to Huson DIY, my name's Ben. In this video we're heading outdoor to do a fencing repair job. Okay, it's mid-September, temperature's dropped a little bit now, so I'm doing the intro inside because it's quite cold. Well, I say it's cold, it's like 15 degrees. But anyway, we're going outside, we've got a fencing job to do. Some old fencing that I kind of did, bolted to some old posts, so I kind of built it around some old posts. The old posts now have started giving way too much, they're kind of almost falling over. So I'm not even sure how they're attached in the ground. They may just be spikes, they may be concrete, I don't even know that yet. So we'll head outside first, I'll show you the fencing, it is just behind me in the garden out there. I'll show you the fencing, kind of what the problems are, and then I'll do some time lapses of me taking the fencing down, putting some new posts in, and then putting obviously all the palings and rails back on. So we'll head outside first and I'll kind of show you what we're working with. Okay, this is the fence. We're outside, bottom fence down here. As you can see, it's very, very wobbly. Very, very wobbly. So we'll get all these palings off, get the rails off, get the posts out of the ground. Obviously move this trampoline out of the way and this house out of the way. So we'll get that done first. I'll set it up and do a fancy little time lapse all the way through. But you can see how it's wobbling. There's some posts down here, like the old post down here, with a new one bolted on the side. So yeah, totally needs ripping out and redoing. So we'll crack on now and get on with it. Okay, fence down, got the hole in here. I'm going to dig that hole out. That post there is actually sound, so we're not going to remove that post. So we're going to put one brand new post in, get that postcrete in, then we'll get the new rails on. So that's the old one I've pulled out there as well. So we'll get this one done. Okay, day 2. Let me show you where we're going. So we've got the couple of rails up. Post is nice and secure in now with that postcrete. So we're just going to keep building them rails all the way along, and then hopefully get some palings on. Start on the outside first. So I'll set back up the time lapse and get back on with the fencing. Okay, rails are all in. Bit of a nightmare because I ran out of full length rail because I miscalculated it. So I've had to build the bottom rail down there with some metal plating just to keep the 2 pieces attached, but it should be fine. It's all in now, ready for palings, which I'm going to start at the far end. So I'll set up another time lapse and show you the palings. Okay, back inside now. It literally just started raining as I was finishing up, so I couldn't record this outside. So I'm inside in the office looking out at the fence that's finished now, all done and dusted. So as I mentioned, I think right at the beginning of this video, hopefully, the reason for taking the fence down and redoing it was there was a couple of posts that I thought were really loose. Obviously the old concrete had kind of loosened, and I think the trampoline had pushed against the fence quite a lot. So it had loosened the concrete base around the bottom of the post. You probably saw from the footage there wasn't enough concrete in there either. Whoever did it previously, they didn't put enough concrete, or dug a big enough hole and put concrete in. So one of the posts was fine, one of the old posts was absolutely fine. It's kind of supported by the rockery area behind the fence, but I did replace one fence post, buried that about 85 centimetres down into the ground, postcrete in there. I think that took 2 or 3 bags, I think I did in the end, 2.5 bags, and that happened because the hole I dug was bigger than I wanted to. Where the previous concrete had been, it was quite wide but not very deep. So the soil was really loose. I had to dig the hole bigger than I would have wanted to. Because we were redoing the fence, took the opportunity to put new rails on there. So double-sided fence with a rail on either side. Previously, I put a rail in the middle, in between the fence posts. I did get the sag previously because I'd only put 2 rails on. So I've done it properly this time. Put the rails on either side, double-skinned fence. So hopefully it should be fine with those rails on. It's nice and solid. There's a little bit of movement. It's still one of the old posts, but nothing major. You've really got to kind of shake it to make it move. And when I do the back path, I think I'll build more of a concrete support around that one as well. There's probably something I can do there. So that's it really, not much more to say. Fence all done, looking really good. Some of the old palings I'd used were from the previous fencing that had kind of bowed because they weren't supported by enough rails. So I managed to, you probably saw on the footage, I kind of managed to bend them in or bend them out slightly where required to get a nice straight edge on the palings. So overall, really happy with it. Looks much better, nice and straight, nice and solid. And that's kind of the 3rd or 4th bit of fencing I've done this year. Which I'll put links to other videos that I've done as well for those fences. So yeah, if you've liked the video, found it informative, got any hints or tips from the video, hit that like button, or press that like button, or click that like button, give it a thumbs up. If not for any reason, click the dislike button, and let me know in the comment section what you didn't like about it. If you've got any questions about what I've done, any comments, any feedback about what I've done, I can do things better in the future, please do let me know in the comment section. Ask any questions at all. I will get back to all questions and comments. If you want to follow the Huson DIY journey along for other DIY projects like this, as I say, I've done previous fencing projects and I imagine there'll be many more to come. But we do cooking, baking, product reviews, tons of other types of videos. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one.